Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Mark Monroe. I'm going to take you through a little bit of the BacktoWork Accelerator and then show you a real live application running that's ingesting all of these events. So first of all, let's take a look at the BacktoWork Accelerator. So the basis of this application was using the BacktoWork Accelerator to basically describe the digital twin of our office. And at the moment, our office consists of one building, one floor, 3 spaces, a number of assets. You can see 21 assets and 22 sensors. And we'll come back to these issues in a second. So we can see here in the sensors, we've got a number of assets defined, the various cameras, the cubicles that we're monitoring with the occupancy sensors, the people counters and the hand sanitizers, or in this case, these are offices, and the thermal camera that's sitting inside reception. And each of these, if we look at one of these, we can see, where it's physically placed, some metadata about that particular asset. Okay, and this allows us to, for assets that are mobile, we can track them. For assets that are static, it's just handy to know exactly where it is when certain situations occur. And then we have sensors. Well, what's the difference between an asset and a sensor? Well, an asset is a physical thing like a desk, and a sensor is a device of some description. And there could be multiple sensors for a particular asset. In this case, we've pretty much got one-to-one sensors to assets. But here we can see we've got the various cameras. We've got the occupancy sensors that are associated with each desk. We've got the people counters that are associated with our conference room and the office, etc. And from here, we can see information about that particular asset or sensor and what its current status is at the moment. Let's switch to the live running application. So that's the BacktoWork Accelerator, and we were using various what we call plugins to plug in the various sensors, the Rigado sensors, the object recognition and people counting plug-in to plug in the cameras, etc. And then what we did is built a custom user interface that pulled all of this information together. So you can see here in real-time information that's flowing into the real-time dashboard. So we can see here, we can see the window camera, how many people that's spotted. We can see the various desks and whether they're occupied or not. And in time, you'll see that the desks will change from green to red as people move around. And down the bottom here, we can see the various offices where we have the people counters. And as people enter and exit those, these numbers will increase to indicate how many people are in that office. And also, we're changing the status here. So this has gone to amber to indicate there's 2 people in there. We probably don't want many more than that. Okay. And also we have over here, we have our various hand sanitizers, the one in the break room, one in reception, and we can see the current status of them. The break room is currently 73% full, the reception is 85% full. And as people move in and out of the break room and they start using the hand sanitizer, we can see that the levels will go down, etc. Now, in the middle here, we've got some issues, some things that the system has already detected. So all of what's going on over here is just daily work. Not everything is working as expected. People are moving around, sitting down at their desks, getting up, going into the break room, etc. But we can see here that we've detected 2 situations that are of interest. The first here is a thermal alarm from the Hikvision camera in the reception, indicating that somebody entered the reception or passed through reception who had a high temperature. And I can click here and look into more detail, and I can see exactly where that was located. I can see the images that the camera picked up. Now, if for privacy reasons, you don't want to show the actual person, I could just show the thermal picture. So I can get here a thermal picture from the camera. I also get a non-thermal picture from the camera indicating that this particular person, or Rob, is probably about to die as he's got a very, very high temperature. We're also using the cameras to check for physical distancing, making sure people, not too many people are congregated in the same place, or that they're not too close together. And we can see here we've got a physical distancing alarm from the break room that occurred sometime in the past. We can click here and see, that we had 4 people in the break room, and it's a pretty small room. So, at that point, we're sort of violating our physical distancing rules, that too many people are congregating in the same place. So, we could take some automated action. The receptionist or security could go over and have a word with a few people and say, guys, remember, only 2 or 3 people in the break room at any one time. And from a reception or monitoring, I can also switch to the various views of the various cameras and see what's going on, and I can step through the frames that have been detected in the past, and we can see there was only ever 1 person in the exec lounge, or I can go back to the conference room and step through what we captured in the conference room as somebody moving through the conference room. And in real time here, I've also got a chart just showing me in real time how many people are in the various zones. Okay, it's reflecting what's going on here. So this was all developed, like I said, using the BacktoWork Accelerator with Vantiq. So these are all components of the BacktoWork Accelerator. So here we have the development environment showing the desk occupancy counter going through at the moment. So we can see we're receiving events, we're checking the status of those events if things have changed, and updating things if the status has changed. If the status hasn't changed and somebody's sat at their desk for the last hour, we don't need to take any action. Okay, we can see things going on with the hand sanitizer. Okay, so as people start using the hand sanitizer, events will come through, and we're also checking the levels. Is it 90% full? Is it under 30% full? And at this point, we don't need to take any action. Everything's fine. If action's required, then we have over here what we call a collaboration. Okay, and what the collaboration does is when a situation of interest has been detected, say the hand sanitizer is low, or we've crossed a threshold for the number of people that should be in a particular space, we want to take some action. And very often these actions involve people. They're not going to be completely automated. Refilling the hand sanitizer involves somebody coming along and taking the bottle off, filling it back up and putting it back. Physical distancing may require somebody going to the break room to say, guys, please, not too many people in at a time, or have words with particular people to remind them that they need to maintain those physical distancing rules. Or in the case of a thermal alarm, we might want to actually stop that person and have a word with them, suggest that they go and get tested before they come back to the office. Okay, so the collaboration here allows us to describe what we want to do once we've detected a particular situation.
Vantiq. Innovate faster. Operate smarter.